Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever watched an episode that seems simple at first, leisurely walks, soft laughter, a short getaway, but somehow ends up feeling incredibly warm and lingering in your heart? The latest episode of Are You Sure? Is exactly that kind of episode. It's not about big surprises or over-the-top drama, but about small moments that slowly reveal how strong the bond is between two people who are already used to walking side by side. From laughter along the journey, to the cold lake water, to the quiet moments before sleep, everything feels honest, intimate, and very them. So if you're ready to experience a vacation that quietly turns into an emotional journey, let's talk about it together. Today, we're still discussing the latest episode of Are You Sure? An episode that feels like the perfect blend of a getaway, friendship, and a bond that continues to grow stronger without needing many explanations. From the very beginning, the atmosphere feels different, warmer, freer, and more intimate in a simple, natural way. Their journey begins as they head toward a lake surrounded by open nature. Along the way, Jimin and Jungkook walk side by side with cheerful expressions. Their laughter comes easily, their teasing flows without effort, and their body language shows a comfort that comes from long familiarity. Nothing feels forced, just two people genuinely enjoying each other's company. When they arrive at their destination, the activity for the day is to unwind from the long journey by relaxing on a jacuzzi boat, a small boat equipped with a jacuzzi in the middle of the lake. The warm water, fresh air, and natural scenery create the perfect relaxing atmosphere. They soak while chatting lightly, laughing softly, and even sharing a beer, as if the outside world has paused for a moment to give them space to breathe. Jimin is the first to decide to leave the warm water and try the cold lake. At first, he hesitates, his body tenses, but soon he looks excited instead. Seeing this, Jungkook immediately teases him, telling a small lie by urging Jimin to jump in first. The simple trick succeeds in drawing laughter, revealing a playful side that only appears when they feel completely at ease. Not wanting to lose, Jimin insists that Jungkook be the one to jump into the lake. He keeps coaxing him, half pleading in a joking tone, until Jungkook finally gives in. In the end, they jump together, a spontaneous moment that feels like a symbol of their dynamic. Hesitant together, brave together. In the water, they swim side by side. Jungkook even compliments Jimin's swimming, a small comment that makes the atmosphere even warmer. Then the games begin. Jimin holds Jungkook by the waist, trying to swim in a strange way, one person moving their arms while the other simply tags along. They laugh and say, "This is so funny," as if already aware that moments like this will one day become precious memories. What starts as gentle splashing turns into a small water fight. Jimin jokes, "My life in the military is like this," while Jungkook pats his lower back. Jimin immediately replies, "If I attack once, I get hit 7 times. The joke sounds light, but it hints at a closeness that only exists between people who have been through a lot together. As things calm down again, they start singing softly while taking in the scenery. Then, out of nowhere, the idea of role-playing appears. They pretend to be pirates, laughing as they spy on enemy ships. Their small boat moves along as they call each other captain, and say, "Stay calm," completely immersed in their own imagination. A brief moment of concern arises when they think they've lost the staff's boat and worry they might not be able to return. But the panic quickly turns into laughter when they realize their boat has a radio. Problem solved, and the adventure continues. Upon arriving at their new accommodation, they enter the first room and are immediately amazed. Jimin walks around, praising how beautiful and cozy the place is. Jungkook comes closer and casually says, "This is our room," as if it's already decided they'll share. Jimin immediately tells him to go to the next room. Still, Jungkook's initial instinct feels endearing, a reflection of his habit of wanting to stay close. They then go out to eat together. There, Jimin even feeds Jungkook, and Jungkook accepts it without hesitation, looking satisfied. After snacks, Jungkook takes over the kitchen and starts cooking. Their dinner is simple, but it feels special because it's made and enjoyed together. That night, they return to the room. Jungkook suggests changing clothes in the bathroom, while Jimin chooses the quick way, taking off his shirt and turning off all the cameras. When the cameras come back on, they're already in pajamas. Even though an empty room was available, Jungkook ends up sleeping in Jimin's room anyway, as if everything always circles back to the same point. Before sleeping, they play rock, paper, scissors. After that, the mood grows quieter. Interestingly, not much activity is shown that night. A silence that feels intimate in its own way. The next morning, they decide whether to take a day off or follow the schedule through a game. They play a gesture-guessing game, and it ends in a tie. Both of them win. That means a free day. They walk around the lake, stop for lunch, and order a dish called Crazy in Love. They share the food while joking around and showing off silly edits they made themselves. Small moments, but full of meaning. After that, they feed ducks or geese. Jungkook pretends to feed them to lure them closer, then the staff arrives with real snacks. Jungkook even tells the ducks to play rock, paper, scissors and sit properly if they want food. Of course, the greediest ones come forward first. They laugh endlessly. The next destination is far more extreme, a free-fall jump from about 90 meters high. Jimin immediately refuses. He's scared. He says he'll only jump if Jungkook loses the game. With full confidence, Jimin says he believes Jungkook will win. But when Jungkook sees the height, he starts to feel nervous himself. His heart races, but he still prepares. Before the jump, their interaction once again feels playful and sweet. Small touches, brief glances, nervous laughter. Jungkook finally jumps, fully embracing the adrenaline, and manages to see the word. That means Jimin doesn't have to jump. Strangely, Jungkook wants to do it again. He even jumps several more times, getting one of the staff members to join him. Jimin can only laugh and say, "I should have known." On the final jump, Jimin waits below while recording. When Jungkook notices Jimin, he waves and forms a heart with his arms. A simple moment, but deeply memorable. On the way back, the mood turns more reflective. Jungkook sends a message to Bam, filled with guilt and love. Jimin also shares a message for Dosun, his childhood dog. That brief exchange reveals their more vulnerable sides. Before the day ends, they buy ice cream and share it. Jungkook briefly wants to go back into the lake, then changes his mind, but the crew prepares everything anyway. Jungkook tries to persuade Jimin, even joking about catching a goose. His bravery instantly disappears when a goose comes closer, making Jimin laugh and tease him. In the end, Jimin joins him. They go back into the lake, play in the water, pretend to drown, and hold on to each other to stand. All that laughter perfectly closes the day. They return to the accommodation wrapped in towels, their hearts feeling light, carrying new memories that will quietly stay with them for a long time. A simple day that turned into something special, simply because they experienced it together. This episode might look like just an ordinary day off, swimming, joking around, eating together, then heading back tired. But that's exactly where its beauty lies. We see how Jimin and Jungkook accompany each other in the simplest things, laugh without any grand reason, and feel safe just by each other's presence. Not every bond needs to be explained with words. Some are felt through glances, small touches, and shared laughter. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow Jikook Moments fans. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode and the next moment.